Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the vlogs and I am in Belfast and I need to find somewhere to get a ticket. I think you get a ticket from down there, so I'll have to go get a ticket and get on this bus because it's just arrived. But yeah, once I have got on the bus and I'm at my destination, then I will let you all know. But all I've got to say is, come on! Just like that, we are now in Dublin city centre. Not Dublin, Belfast. Why the fuck do I keep saying Dublin? But yeah, first thing, let's get my new hair out the way. I think it looks absolutely fucking stunning. I bloody love it. It's better than when I had it short anyway. But I'm starving now, so I need to go and find somewhere to have something to eat. But I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not too sure where I'm supposed to be going, but I'll have a look on my phone. The good thing about here is it's actually England, I think. Somehow it's England, so I can actually use my phone and my data works here as well. So I'll have a look on my data. And we'll find a Mackey's or something. I can drop my bags off early. Check-in's at 3.
What's the name on the reservation?
It's Brandon Hulton, Hulton.
Yeah, if we do have rooms ready when you arrive, we'll certainly get you checked in. If not, we can hold the luggage for you, that's not a problem.
Alright, the room's ready?
If it's ready when you arrive, we'll get you checked in.
Yep.
If it's not, then we will hold your luggage for you.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers.
No problem, thank you, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right, so I don't really know what she said. I couldn't understand her Irish accent, but I think she said when you come, if you check in and your room's ready, then that's fine. Or you can check in and if the room's not ready, then they'll hold my bag for me. So I think it's up here, to be fair, my hotel. So before I go and get a Mackey's, because I don't want to be carrying this around with me all freaking day while I'm waiting till 3 o'clock. It's only 10 now. That's what, 5 hours carrying this back. I don't fucking think so, Johnny boy. Everything here looks good so far, but they've got the BBC. Fucking the worst thing you could ever see when going to a country. Northern Ireland BBC. Fuck off. Right, I have been walking for about 10 minutes and I saw it down here and then it just disappeared and it's not been on any of these streets. Oh, it's the Holiday Inn, the most cheapest. This cost me 170 quid for one night and I've just looked, and if I was to buy the hotel now, it would have cost 70. I think it was 77 quid. Fuck's sake, he just splashed me. It would have cost 77 quid if I'd have booked it now, but I didn't. The room isn't ready, but I have left my bag there. She's given me like a thing, I don't know, 148. So if you want to fucking rob me bag, then go and say you were 148 and you ain't got the fucking number card thing. Then you can have all my gear then. But I think McDonald's is down here to the left and then left like a mile or 2 miles, which I don't really mind, to be fair, but we have got something coming up in a little bit. It's like a border which separates the 2 religions here, which is, well, the second one isn't really a religion, it's just fuck all. It's the Catholics and Protestants, which Protestant is basically when you're nothing, you don't believe in anything, and obviously Catholic is you believe in God. So Yeah, but apparently there's loads of fighting going on there and that, so I'll go and check that out. It was years ago. That's why my nana had to move over and come here over to England when she was 9, 8 or 9, 7, 8 or 9, one or the other, or 6, 7. But yeah, so I do want to go and check that out in a little bit, but I am fucking starving. All I only had a coffee on plane, so I need to definitely get something to eat. And then, is it too early for a Guinness? Is it too early? So what, it's 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in Ireland for a drink. I think that's fine. But I can't drink anything yet. I do need to get something to eat first, so snip down here. Now I know this isn't a history channel, but look at that. That's like the town hall. I'm pretty sure it's the town hall of Belfast, not fucking Dublin, because I'm not in Dublin. We don't have anything like in Manchester. There is one building like that in Manchester, but it's not like this. I don't know why I'm talking like I know what fucking buildings are. It's just a building, but it does look fucking mint, to be fair. Even like the little bits on it, like I have them in my bedroom. What are they called? Skirting boards. I didn't know you could put skirting boards on a building, but turns out you can. Now you know that I hate tolls. There's nothing more in life when you go to a country and you've got a man next to you who is trying to show you around somewhere where you're not even interested in. You just go there. But I am gonna go to the most dangerous part in... See, I'm not going with them lot. I'm gonna go to the most dangerous part in Belfast, where all the war was going on, and then it still is now. Like, they still fight now. It's a daily thing that happens there. But yeah, why do I need someone to take me around there? So it was like, you need to get into this taxi and pay 80 quid, and he'll drive you there and drive you back, and he'll tell you about it. I will just walk there, mate, and save myself 80 quid, and I'll tell myself about it, because I don't need to know. I can just look at it and say that was that and that was that, because I think it's all on borders anyway. So yeah, he's just reading it off a plaque and telling you. What's the point in that? Might as well just do it myself. So Mackey's is just there now, so we'll go in Mackey's, get some breakfast. I don't know if breakfast is still on. Is it 10 or 11 if it starts off? Well, it finishes at, I think it finishes at 11, and it's currently, we've got half an hour till it shuts. Also, I've got that penguin as my background, that one that walks off into middle of nowhere and left everyone behind, because that's what I do. Now let's get in here and get something to eat. Right, here we go. Just got my food, and they always get it wrong. They've got it right today, with no cheese on, so I can actually have that, and I've got a coffee as well, with a few sugars and a hash brown. Also, tomorrow I've got, it's like a beer bike thing which I've booked, and there's this woman, and she keeps messaging me about it and saying, do you want to order drinks? She called me first, then left a voicemail, then messaged me a day after and said, do you want to get drinks on it? You got to pre-buy them. But on it said you can take your own drinks, so I'm just going to take my own. And then she messaged me again today saying, you need to fill out a form on the ticket, and I'm like, well, what's the ticket? I've not got a ticket. It's just my name, so I'll just have to go and say, this is my name, I booked it, because I've got no confirmation around, but I'll just have to see what they say, whether they let me on or not. I've got no idea, but yeah, let's have this, and then let's go to the border. Now that is one of the buildings that got destroyed. During the war, and they've still not fixed it. Fucking fix it, mate. Fucking needs it. Falling apart, man. Falling apart, man. What are you playing at, man? You can fix your buildings. Right. That means we're close, I guess. If it's already like that. Found first Guinness place. Might have to go back in there in a bit. Let's down this because it's starting to rain as well. Luckily this camera's waterproof, so pop that there. Finish this and then I can carry on walking. I mean, you can tell it's really not the touristy place. When people come to Belfast, they go to the nice pubs. I'm outside a pound stretcher. A pound stretcher and a phone shop. I'm now at one of the walls that there is here. One of the borders, shall I say, which separates Catholics from the Protestants. Now, I don't know which side I'm on, but I probably should, because that's the answer I should give. If I'm on the Catholic side, then I'm a Catholic. If I'm on the Protestant side, then I don't believe in anything. So I probably should know. Guessing from this, I think I'm on the Irish side, because I've got the Irish flag there and everywhere else. Even in Ireland, you'll find bloody Stalin. What the fuck's he got to do with Ireland? He's a fucking dictator. Oh God. Yeah, we're definitely on the Irish side because you've got Ireland and Ukraine there. But I think they stand together. No idea. But let's go up here and have a look at another border, because this isn't the border I wanted to show you. The border that I wanted to show you is up there, which is a lot more higher than this. This is what they first had, from what I know anyway. It's not a history channel like I say, but when you come to a place like this you need to give a bit of history. This was the original wall that was built, and since then, in more dangerous places where it's still going on, they have the border more taller, and in some places they have another border on top of that because people throw like weapons, and it would have been bombs back in the day. Now it's just like nails and glass bottles and stuff like that. So they're not as bad now, but yeah, I didn't realise I'd come across one so easy. But that's probably what that taxi does. The taxi probably takes you around them all. But then again, so am I. So, see if we can find another one. But that's definitely to show that they're Irish. The further north you go, the less Irish it gets and the more Protestant it becomes, if you know what I mean. Because northern is further up. And they have integrated into Britain, which is a Protestant country, I believe. But I don't know. I swear it's a. I swear England is a Catholic country. I've got no idea. He was putting his thumbs up, that lad. But I've got no idea. So I don't think they actually know me. I think they just putting me thumbs up because I've got a camera. Because like I say, I've only got 100 subscribers. Might think I'm hashtag with this there. My brother said that, he went, you look like hashtag now. I've actually come to the Republic of Ireland part of the border now, where they're Catholic. Then that's it just there. And it goes all the way from down there all the way to down there, and you can see where they've put slants on it, because when they throw rocks over, it lands on there and down into that bit instead of into people's houses. So I was just speaking to a guy and he said, "Are you filming the wall?" I said, "Yeah." He went, "You want to go down here? There's a museum which is free, and if you go down here into the left, it's the actual border gate where it shuts at 6 o'clock at night," I think he said. So he said it's just down here and to the left, and the museum for free. You can go in and have a look, and it's got all the history of things that go on. Let me just check it's free and he don't fucking own the place, because that would be funny, wouldn't it? So I think he was talking about this place here. Go in and have a look. Alright. Basically when I went in, that guy said you just go through those double doors and then you're there. Now when I went through, the woman saw a camera and went, "Sorry, you can't film in here, you can only take photos." So I thought, well, that's fucking useless, isn't it? When you actually come here, I think they expect you to know a little bit about it. I know absolutely nothing about this. And when she was talking to me, it was like, all I know is it were a war against people who had religion and people who didn't think religion were a thing and they didn't believe in anything. There was God and then there was nothing. And they had a fight. Well, it weren't a fight, it were a war, but it was like, she was saying this for the prison, but was it a prison for the Catholics, or were it a prison for the Protestants? She didn't really clear it up. And when she didn't stop speaking, and when someone asked a question in the group that I were in, she started like looking like you've interrupted me. But I'm like, well, if you just give us a second, then I can speak on that. But it didn't turn out like that, so I didn't get to ask any questions, to be fair. But that guy who I spoke to before, who told me about that place and said you can film, but I couldn't, he said if you come down here, there's the actual crossing of the border, which I said shuts at like 6 at night. So I'm now on the Irish side of the border, and I'm now in no man's land. So there would have been army men here back in the day, I'm presuming, who would have let them come in and out. Well, at one point it would have all been shut off and no one would have been able to come in and out. But now there's no army men. But back in the day, when they started easing off, they would have had army men, things like that, to come and shut it. You alright?
Alright.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna go to the Protestant part. Now this, I'm still in no man's land. It goes from that gate to this one here. Now when I looked online, because I did have a look at it before I come, I'm not a total idiot, I do check me things up. This all had writing on, and it was like Irish graffiti, but it looks like they've replaced it, which I don't think they should have really, because it was quite nice. So now, I'm now a Protestant if I was living back then. I'm not sure what all those figures up there are about. Not sure why I've got cartoon bits. I'm not sure why they've got a cross on the Protestant part. It's all a bit confusing, this. All a bit confusing. It's like, maybe they've all come together now and they just put their own stuff on the wall, each person, but you'd think that on one side of the wall it'd be all Jesus and Catholic stuff, and on the other side of the wall it'd be all Protestant stuff, which I don't really know what Protestant stuff is. I've honestly not got a clue what it's about. I'm glad I went to that. It was like a museum thing, but then she said, I'll take you into a jail cell now. And I stood there and she was just looking at me and I went and then she took me in and then locked it while I was stood there. She locked it behind her. I thought, well, why do you have to lock it? Probably so no one else comes in while she's giving me the tour. But I was a bit concerned. I was like, you've just put me in this jail cell. But she was telling me about it and that, but it was fucking like, when she locked those doors, I was like, shit, what's gonna go down in here? But there's nothing really to show you on this side. It's just a load of graffiti and it's not even got anything to do with it. It's just people doing stuff like that. Now, I have got a pen. I brought a pen with me because I thought I'm gonna put my own name on here. And I think it's in my bag. I don't think I brought it. Yesterday, I literally went to the shop to make sure I got a marker pen. And I was looking at all the different colours. And I thought I'll just pick black because everyone's is black. But I won't be able to draw anything like that anyway. And I'd probably just be a massive dick there. Oh, I wanted to put my YouTube channel name on, but obviously not got it, so I can't. But if you actually have a look, you've got this with the original border, and then you've got that one up there, and then you've got that one. It's fucking high up. I don't know how high that is. That is probably about 30 of me on top of each other. That the camera probably doesn't even do it justice of how high it is, but I mean, it just goes on and on and on. I've already walked about 10 minutes and it just carries on. Now, in the summertime, this border does get a lot of trouble, and there is police up and down here at night and during the day. And that's why they still have to keep those gates there. You alright? But yeah. Because if they didn't have those gates there in summer, all the kids come after school and start throwing things. I think the adults have grown up now a bit and they're just like, yeah. They've all got another problem to deal with as well, because immigration here is quite bad. So I think they're all trying to deal with it. Now, that there was the taxi guy, which charges you 80 quid a person. And as I was walking past, he said they threw petrol bombs and all that. I've already said all that. But he did say you can see the bullet holes. And in fact, you can. There's one there. There's one there. And they're all up there. And you can see all the dints on that fence. So there is actually dints up there. So it's still going on, like I said, but they were going to take it down, but they said if it's not broke, then don't fix it, because people wanted it fixed and people wanted it taken down. And they said the people don't want it to be took down because it still gives them safety, because obviously it still goes on in summertime. Not with guns and that, because we don't have that now, but knives and stabbings, and also throwing stuff, like I've said. But they've got these here. I'm guessing that was a door back in the day to get through, and now they've put that there. There's another one there, or it could just be a thing, because there's a few of them actually. I can't imagine they've got a door up there. You'd have to climb it, but there's another bullet hole there. They're everywhere when you start actually looking at them. Look, is there an actual bullet inside you? Can you see through it? You can't see through the other side, so that just goes to show how thick the hole actually is. There's another border just here, which also shuts at 6 o'clock, I believe. And obviously back here in the day they would have had soldiers there crossing through in and out of this part here, I'm guessing. Letting you know you can come in. Or this might be for the walking pedestrians to come through, and then obviously you've got the cars there on that side. Now I'm a walking pedestrian, so how the fuck do I get across here now? Hopefully this gate's open on this side. Yeah, it is. So I've still not crossed it yet. And I'm now gonna go and be a Catholic like I am. There we go, I'm now a Catholic. I believe in God, which I actually do. So we've just gone from being a Protestant back to a Catholic in the space of what? 10, 20 minutes? Right, so I just asked an elderly woman, a pub round here. She went, there used to be some down there, but they've all shut down now. She went, you're dying, she was Irish, she went, you're dying for a drink, are you? I went, yeah. She went, she said, you're dying for a drink, are you? I went, yeah. And then she went, right. And she whispered, she was like whispering it like it was some secret, like a pub that only she knows. So she went, right, what you want to do is, you want to turn around and go straight up there. She went, there's one on your left and there's one on your right. She went, the one on the left the tourists go to. She went, the one on the right is for the ones that not the tourists go to, the actual people who live here go to. Fuck the tourists, man. Fucking tourists. As a tourist, I say fuck the tourists as well. I hate it when I go Manchester and they're everywhere, but then again I am, so I'm always a tourist. Right, let's go and grab a sexy looking, not girl, not woman, not girl, a sexy looking pint, that's what we need. Sexy looking Guinness. Right. So maybe it was this bar up here which is shut, and maybe it's actually, maybe it's not shut and it is actually open. It's called Dan's Bar. And there's also one called Star Bar, fucking Star or something. It weren't the moon, it was a star. That's up here as well. Now the Star Bar is for tourists, and a Dan's Bar is for the Dans. Right, so I've now come into this Irish pub. There's no one here, it's just me. The bar woman's left because apparently there's fighting going on outside now. Anyway, let's have this. Fucking I can hear it, one sec. I'm not going out. I'll just sit here. Well, I think that was one of the weirdest pubs I've ever been in. That woman poured me a drink. That Guinness was fucking lovely though. And then apparently fighting going on outside. So they all went out. Right, here we go. Got the second one now. There's no logo on it, but I think it's not there. That would have been under anyway, but we're in the Kelly Cellar, which is apparently the best pub in Ireland. Belfast. And it's better than that other Guinness which we had in that Dan's Bar or whatever it was. It's a lot better here. So we'll down this and then I'm gonna go check into my hotel. I might have a few more in here. And yeah, so I will see you all here on day 2, which will be out next Thursday. So make sure you go and watch that one when it comes out. Make sure you subscribe, press the bell notification, and when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be going from India through to Pakistan, through to Afghanistan, which is run by the Taliban, which is just fucking mental if you ask me. So make sure you go and subscribe so we can make that happen. And we're currently on 100 subscribers, which I think is fucking mental to say that we've only been to 2 countries so far, which was Spain, where I got drugged, and there are only 2 videos out from that because I was out myself. I was in bed for days. And then obviously Poland, which still is my favourite country. That was a brilliant trip. But yeah, so if you want to see more of these videos, and you especially want to see the India, Pakistan, Afghanistan video, then make sure you go and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all next Thursday. Johnny Boys, come on.